Hello. Some of you may be familiar with gratitude meditation. Others may have already done it. And for some, it may be the first time you have heard anything about it. In any case, let's see together the extent, depth, and most importantly, the benefits of this meditation. Gratitude meditation is one of the oldest meditations of Buddhists, very well known in other philosophical and religious systems. It is very simple. It is to feel gratitude for what you have and for what is good in your own life, but also for the points where you interact with life in general, which is with everything that is around you. Many of you might say, yes, very good, I'm very happy with my car and the weather is nice too, but... And then a bunch of things you probably want and things you would like to be different, and all the things that make you feel unhappy come to mind. This is the usual flow of thought that we all more or less know, and also experience has shown us that it has never helped us change the scenery of our lives. The meditation of gratitude is different. It is another flow of thought, another sequence. In essence, you become aware or repeat the awareness you already have of the positive values you have in your immediate life. Positive values can relate to material things, starting with the very simple ones that became completely natural and self-evident for you. For example, your pillow, your cup, your coffee machine, the house key, the tap from which cold and hot water reliably comes. Then, there are the things that are generally considered of greater value, such as the car, perhaps a bank account with available stock, a leisure trip, or a new floor in your living room. But even more basic are things like enough food and a roof over my head, things that are unfortunately neither taken for granted nor self-evident for a large part of the population on this planet even now. A significant number of people wake up in the morning and do not know where they will lie when it gets dark. And even more uncertain is whether they will have anything to cover. So, what has become quite normal in our latitudes is definitely something very good in our lives. But we realize this after comparing it to what it is like for those who don't have it. We need comparison in order to gain knowledge about something. Comparison, although an excellent method of acquiring knowledge, has been misunderstood because it is often used to serve purposes of jealousy and devaluing oneself or others. But if we intend to know the truth about something, then the comparison will lead us right there to the truth of the thing. Then we see the intangible values we have in our lives. People we like and love, good relations with others, our friends, peace with our neighbor, not living in a war zone and no bombs falling on our heads, no shootings, no immediate danger of death. Health, the fact that we can see and walk, a smile from someone, an encouraging word or a message that comes exactly when we need it. All things that are good. The moments of inner peace, the joy we feel when we have achieved something, a moment of happiness, meeting a new friend, the affectionate relationship with an animal, a moment of silence of the mind along with a feeling of satisfaction, all this is also good. If you can't see the good that is in your life at first sight, take some time and look with interest. Look around you and inside you. And after a while, your interest in seeing will clear your eyes and you will discover everything that is there and is good. We tend to take this good for granted. Sometimes we notice it for a while, sometimes it gets lost in everyday life. We tend to focus our thoughts and attention on what needs change or improvement in our lives, what is not yet as we would like. This trend motivates us to make all the changes we need to move forward. And at the same time, it is natural to think about what does not exist yet, but must be done, what needs to be improved and made better. The enemy of good is the better and the best, and everything is a matter of balance. Man is always striving to move forward. He wants improvement, he wants more, he wants to succeed, he wants to create, he wants to have. As long as this tendency does not degenerate into greed, where more and more becomes something like a compulsive religion, and then all measure is lost. If the effort to improve becomes greed, if everything that is already good is forgotten and then perceived as nothing and as insignificant or worthless, then we become obsessed with dissatisfaction in a pathological way. Striving for the best becomes a compulsion. The furrows of worry become deeper and faces become ugly as the smile disappears. Inner peace is lost and hastily effort, dissatisfaction takes its place. And the situation is created in which no matter how hard we try, nothing works anymore. And this bad mood spreads like a grey fog throughout our existence, occupies our lives. So man thus clings to evil and often clings to trivial things. If we look closely, we see that most of our annoyances and resentments are, compared to life values, absolutely insignificant. Whether the neighbor parks 10 centimeters more on the left or more on the right, if our scales show a few pounds more or less, if our couch was stained and other similar things like that, in fact, it does not deserve to be a cause for inconvenience. If you can, you change them. And if you can't, the world isn't broken. However, if my tendency is to be unhappy and nagging, then I constantly make sure to give myself motivation and reasons for it. And because there are not always good reasons, then I will not let anything fall down, nothing go to waste. I will use every insignificant thing to satisfy my need to express my negativity. Everything that exists in our mental world is waiting for the opportunity to take control and express themselves. Once it's given to them, they grab it almost instantaneously, and then things happen that you couldn't be proud of. Our inability to observe this phenomenon, it makes it seem to our eyes like a self-fulfilling prophecy, magically attracting events that prove it. It's as if life gives you all the reasons you need to have or maintain your mood. And then you say to yourself, you see, because of this and that, I can't do well, life sucks. Only the truth is exactly the opposite. It is not the incidents that make our mood. We have the mood and it makes the incidents. First, you cultivate resentment within yourself, and then the reason you need to confirm it arises. You had the tendency or mood of anger from the beginning, and then the agreement with your partner breaks down and gives you the reason to express and justify your anger. Eastern philosophies called this mechanism imprinting. We carry something inside us, we experience and maintain it most of the time without even realizing it, and this is reflected in events and incidents in life situations in which we find ourselves or come toward us. In ancient Greek philosophy, it has been written as inside, so outside, as outside, so inside. This is how the interaction between our mental state and what happens to us is described. And the starting point or root cause is always within us. Throughout human development and education of the mind, wherever you look, you will find this statement. If you suffer from external events, it is not really what upsets you, but your own judgment about them. And it's up to you to erase that judgment now. Life is 10% the way you do it and 90% how you get it. If you want to find out if this is true, do a simple experiment. Ask 5 friends how they would react emotionally to an unexpected event. Something simple like the coffee machine not working the moment they press the button and wait with the mug in hand. Each different answer you will get will suit the person's mentality and habitual behavior. In terms of modern technology, we can say that we operate like a radio receiver. We choose the station we want among hundreds of stations and hundreds of waves floating in the ether, with precision and clarity. We filter and decide exactly what fits us, what creates a resonance with our own wavelength, and that's what we then call reality. This is how we create our reality. Only, unlike radio, we don't have a button or a digital reader to select the station. The choice is made in relation to our mood and our mental state. The dull and dark mood is the number one obstacle to every creation and to all creativity. It prevents you from doing anything. It prevents you from even just living. If we could change our mood almost at the touch of the button, that would be a big advantage. But We know it's not that simple. Just thinking that I want to be in a good mood now and done in no time. Realistically, it doesn't work the way that often. Here it is true that the only cure is prevention. The change is made by building the new mood brick by brick. Gratitude meditation is not an immediate solution, but it is a wonderful way, an attitude of life that, if applied honestly, has the necessary momentum that we need to change and improve our mood, and often very dramatically. Sincere application is to truly feel that gratitude in your heart, where there is no room for lies or pretenses. Don't think, yes, I will find some good things quickly and then I will be grateful and so I will be fine. It is not an inventory, nor a list of values to be made, nor an insurance amount to be created, nor a wealth account. This never helped anybody. It's about feeling, being aware of each new unit of time, or maintaining awareness within yourself of how good there is in your life. And it's about feeling grateful and appreciating everything. Don't let this beautiful feeling fade or forget it or treat it as something self-evident. We need to appreciate the good things that exist and happen in our lives over and over again, every day anew. Friendship, good relationships are never something self-evident, but they are a gift every day. The material things we possess may become ordinary over time, but they are there every day, doing something for us, fulfilling their service, and making our lives easier or more enjoyable. Good conditions, peace, food, air to breathe are there every day. They help our lives every day. We all know how we felt when suddenly the water was cut off and the feeling of relief when it came back. If you can understand, deepen a little and feel these things, even if you think that, yes, it's really true, right now that you are listening to me, then you have just done a gratitude meditation. It is very simple. It is not necessary to sit on a pillow in a special meditation posture, unless you want to. If you find it difficult at first to do it alongside other activities, then it's good to sit somewhere quiet and breathe as much as you need until you feel a little relaxed. Then think of something you have, something material or something intangible, something that is good, something big or something small. It doesn't matter. Look at it for a moment, see what it does for you, how it contributes to your life, and realize its value. You can imagine for a moment what it would be like without it. No cup of coffee, no bed, no perfect family, no friends, no sunshine. The opposite support situation will give you the yardstick, and you will quickly realize how good it is to have all this. It would be good not to enter at all into the mental area where you have stacked your resentments. It's okay to have resentments. It's just that during our meditation, we don't have to deal with them at all. If we see that our attention is going there, driven by the power of habit, we gently restore it where we want and do it as many times as necessary. We cannot force the mind to think of anything other than what it was used to thinking. We move it gently and, if necessary, repetitively in the direction we want. Gentle manipulations are more effective than coercion and cruelty because they simply do not create reactions and side effects. In other words, they are more easily accepted. They need a minimum amount of energy and time and achieve the maximum possible result. So, we have our energy available for the purposes of meditation. Keep thinking about some things, big, small, material or emotional things, it doesn't matter. Things that matter to you and that value you. Realize for the first time or realize anew. And suddenly you will notice that you are becoming calmer. Maybe you start to feel rich. You feel that you have a lot. Maybe you smile a little or a lot. You start to feel joy inside. And often you also have the feeling that you could thank your toothbrush or tell a friend again that you really like him. When such signs appear, then you can and would do well to stop your meditation. Enjoy the good mood you just got and put it in your life. And if for some reason it fades, then you can re-realize all the values that exist and reassess them. When things are really bad, it will help you write on a piece of paper 20 things that you are grateful for. At number 15, the world is usually a little better. It is worth doing this meditation in the morning, then the mood shapes the day. Over time, one practices so much to concentrate one's thoughts and truly feel appreciation in one's heart that one can do so alongside any other activity. If you are not as practiced, you may need to take a few minutes just for the meditation of gratitude. It's simple. It might seem too simple, but there is more power in this simplicity than one might see at first glance. Power that has inspired people time and time again for centuries, even thousands of years. If you seek magical power, you will find it in your heart.